All right, what is going on, guys? My name is Affected Ryan, and of course, your name
is Markin 3308.
And random. We've actually talked about it for a while there, doing a dual comm, and I know Noob kind of wanted us to do it as well.
Yes, he did.
So finally, I guess we're getting around to it, which is nice.
He's been going at it for about, what, 6 months now?
Oh, God, I think even longer.
Yeah, he's the steady subscriber that we both have.
Yeah, he's great. So I figured, we were talking about it obviously before we started recording, and kind of wanted to maybe talk. I wanted to ask you more than anything how you kind of got started with YouTube and what kind of kicked it off.
Well, I just like everybody else, I'd been watching YouTube vids forever, and more so the like tips videos or reviews for certain games or first impressions of games and things like that. And I always, you stumble across a bunch of channels that just suck. And you're like, how do they have this many subscribers and their quality is just awful? And I'm like, I can do that. And I'm like, these guys are making money for this, and it's just awful. So, I started watching it more and getting into it more. And for those of you that have seen my channel, I'm a big fan of Arctic. And he was a former, or actually he's a current pro gamer. And he's in Team Amazing, and I watched his vids all the time, and he has just awesome videos. He's one of my favorite commentators on YouTube, and he kind of sparked me into actually making my own vids, because I would see the videos that I would watch that were terrible, and then I'd watch his and see just the difference. And it doesn't take that much time to take your video from looking terribly to making it look somewhat professional.
Yeah, just a little work.
Yeah, so I mean, even just audio editing and things like that's just simple stuff. And so I started doing it. I don't know, actually this February was my 2-year anniversary on here.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, I just started doing it, and I had just a shitty computer at the time, and I was uploading like all free-to-play games.
Yeah.
And just to get going, get my foot in the door, and slowly but surely I'm reaching up, getting more subs every day, and now TGN partnered me about a year ago now, I think. So I've been partnered through them for a while, and I've been getting more subs off that, and I was in that TGN Icon competition.
Yeah,
and
you were talking to me about that.
Yeah, and I got top 5 in it, or top 6, I don't remember, either 5 or 6, so I got some free stuff from that, plus exposure, so
that's cool. It's
been going well.
That's awesome. That's really good. 2 years, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, and I took my mandatory month or 2 break last summer. Yeah. You just can't do YouTube all the time. You just need to step back from it. And that happened to me last summer. And now I'm kind of back in full swing, doing a couple vids a week.
That's awesome. That's really
What about you? How did you start?
Well, I guess it was the same idea. I guess it's probably going to be the same idea for anybody. I started off watching, I think it was like Hutch and stuff, and this is way back in the day when he, there was no money on YouTube or anything.
Right.
So
Hutch. I used to watch Hutch and Blame Truth. Remember Blame Truth? He was awesome.
Blame Truth is amazing. I love that guy. And and that's when it was like Camp Hutch, when he started making money and stuff. So I remember watching that, but I actually kind of wanted to get into it when Cnanners started getting big.
Right.
When he was with Hutch and Sark and the whole Machinima guys. So
yeah.
I was super excited for that. That's when Machinima was massive, and I started getting into it then. I'd say I've been doing it now for about 4 years-ish, close.
Jesus.
But this is actually my second channel. What ended up happening is I never really thought of partnership or anything. I just wanted to do it to have fun. And then I actually was able to get partnered by the Yakuza boys. So there was a big problem with my AdSense. It was like half on and half off, and apparently like no one's ever seen it like that before, So I had to delete the channel, and I lost about 200 videos. And I was just stupid that I didn't save them or anything. I was just, excited to get partnered, right? So that's all I wanted to do.
It's all about the money, baby.
Yeah. And I was an idiot.
When it's that long ago, yeah.
Yeah. And I lost all those videos, and that kind of sucked. But I started off this channel, and then I'm actually partnered now still with Comm, and I'm waiting to get out of that, and then I'm hoping to go full screen, or I'm wanting full screen, but I guess we'll see what happens. I'm really not in a rush to get partnered right now. So
you still do stuff through Yosh, right? Through their recruits.
The recruits is actually shut down, and that's a cool thing. Actually, I'll plug that right away here before we move on to Battlefield talk. Yosh is actually open to all now. Their main channel, all their sub channels, so Reloaded and everything, is open for submissions to everybody. You don't have to be partnered or anything. As long as you make quality videos, go to yosh.com/submit, and you're actually able to go in and fill out the form and throw your video on there. The only thing it needs is the Yosh intro, and you can get that on the site, or you can find it on YouTube. So you could even do it there. You know, like you could literally submit a video for Yosh and be on their main channel.
Really? I wonder if it'll work with me being partnered through TGN or not.
Yeah, it actually will. It totally will, because they're not a partnering network anymore. They're just a community hub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
did that happen?
I'd hit that for sure. Not a lot of people know about it, and they need submissions. I just submitted my second one yesterday, so hopefully that hits the main channel right away. But I had one of my Gollum videos on there about a month ago.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
so,
I remember you talking about that.
Totally.
I didn't know it was a community channel now.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I like when they stop for the whole money thing.
Yeah, it's really good. I really like community channels in general just because it really does show that they give a fuck. You know, they actually care about the people that they're around. So that's nice.
Of course.
But I wanted to get into Battlefield talk, and I wanted to do this for two reasons. One is because when I watched you, that's when you were Battlefield heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were getting a new video card for your computer and you had some problems with it, but you were all about the Battlefield. And then you stopped, and I actually watched your video, I think it was like a month ago that you released it, why Battlefield 4 isn't fun.
Right.
Right, and I'm wondering, that's the first reason that I wanted to talk about it. And the second one is I'm just getting back into Battlefield 4.
Right.
Is that something that you think is going to not change? Like, you think you're going to enjoy it again, even if they don't fix it?
I've started to enjoy it now. My big thing was Battlefield 3. I played a shit ton of Bad Company 2. That was one of my favorite games.
So good.
Just, it's still amazing. I have it, you can get it for like $4 on PC now. It's just,
I'm looking at
fantastic.
it right now. Yeah, I have it right now.
It's awesome. And going from Bad Company 2, which was awesome, but then going up to BF3, the game was so different and was. Like graphically and everything was just amazing, and I just played the balls out of it. I played it on Xbox for hours and hours and hours, 100 hours over, and then I got it when I first got into PC. I got it for PC too, and that was really the first main game for PC that I had. So I just played a shit ton of it again, and I just loved it and didn't complain about anything. And when BF4 came out, obviously BF3 was pretty damn perfect. I mean, for the game they wanted it to be, it was right there. So Battlefield 4, I wasn't expecting any changes or anything to be different.
They really dropped the ball though, hey?
But yeah, their initial launch was trash. It was just awful, and still now there's a whole bunch of shit wrong with the game that they just haven't fixed.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I could deal with some of the things that were going on before the update just a little while ago, but now I'm hitting every single every second server that I hit is laggy as fuck, and literally to the point that it's unplayable, not just noticeable but unplayable. Yeah,
it's outrageous, and it's across all platforms too. I don't understand how you can have the exact same problem branching across every single platform. And the thing with PC, I mean, a great thing about me being primarily PC now is when you get a patch, if something's fucked up in your game, you get a patch the next day and they fix it. But a company as big as Origin, as big as EA now, when they do Battlefield patches, they don't just patch PC. They have to patch all of their consoles and everything together. So it takes weeks and weeks to get these fixed. And once something gets fixed, obviously a new problem's going to come up.
So I never thought of it that way.
Right, so then it takes another, month to get another patch to fix that problem. It's just like a never-ending issue, but...
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle for sure.
Yeah, it really is, but honestly, I've been playing more Battlefield 4 the past month since that video, and I am enjoying it more. It's definitely not up to the BF3, fun factor for me, but I also don't, like you were saying, you have a ton of fun playing with your friends and stuff. I don't have a lot of people that I play BF4 with, so... Obviously, if you have more friends playing a certain game, you're going to have more fun with that game.
It's true. And it's funny, because, and I haven't said anything while you were saying it, but I am so backwards when it comes to your thought process on Battlefield 3. I fucking hate that game.
Really?
I fucking hate that game.
I loved it.
And you know what it was?
Red Dot, baby.
You know what it was? It's because Bad Company 2 was so fucking good. Yeah. And I liked sniping back then. That was my shit. I loved sniping in Bad Company 2, and I was good at it.
I think everybody did. What was that huge desert map? Atacama Desert or something like that? Yeah. The enormous one.
For sure. I really liked the one where it was like farmlands. And then there's like hills on both sides of the map.
Yep.
That was my favorite.
Everything about that game was awesome. I loved every map.
But that's what
we could make this whole vid about Bad Company 2.
Yeah, and this is what happened, is that Bad Company 2 was so good, and then Battlefield 3 came out, and it was such a drastic change that I just hated it. You know,
Right.
and the sniping was off for me. I didn't like the bullet drop and how that worked, and I just hated it. I boycotted it basically. I still own it; it's right here, but I just stopped playing it.
Yeah, I mean, it was Bad Company 2 was so good, like you said. It was just, and you know, for those people that didn't follow the Battlefield series, you know, from the get-go, Bad Company 1 and stuff,
Yeah.
it came out of nowhere.
It did.
It was really, you know, for the 360, it was the big shooter that came out besides for the Call of Duties and Gears.
Yeah.
Which I love me some Gears, but it was the big shooter that came out. It was your second option after you were, you know, all soared up on Call of Duty. And
Exactly.
it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was different from the normal game. So I think a lot of people loved it because of that as well.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm waiting for a Bad Company 3. Here's hoping.
I think it'll happen.
You think so?
I'm ready.
Just
yeah.
like Half-Life 4.
That's happening. That'll be there.
It's
Half-Life 3.
It's funny. Half-Life 4. It's on canirunit.com. If you have a second after this, you should check it out because it's just hilarious.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Well, awesome. You know, I was really glad that we actually got to do this finally. You know, it's been a while, like we said.
It has, and you know, maybe Noob will shut up now and he'll be happy about
probably
it.
not. He's gonna make. You said something about a series, so he's gonna
Yeah.
make a website about it, and he's gonna tweet about it and shit.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem doing a series of this. If the peoples like it, they like it.
Absolutely. And I don't
you know,
mind
we'll-
game talk with people. You know, I think it's
Exactly.
great.
I'll talk gaming all night,
For sure.
except when my wife gets pissed at me, and then I'll stop.
It's like the girlfriend too. I had to move all the way downstairs with everything because she's just like, I'm not dealing with that right now. I'm like, all right.
It sucks for me the way I'm set up now. My extra bedroom is for my daughter now, so I don't have a spot for my computer, so it's literally on the dining room table.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm like, anytime we have company over or anything,
You gotta
I have to
move it.
take all my shit down. It's such a pain in the dick.
That sucks.
But hey, it's worth it to do YouTube and play games.
I hear you, buddy. All right, well, thanks a lot for stopping by. And of course, we're gonna do it on 2 channels, so we're gonna be on each other's channels, so that's awesome. So hello to all
sir.
Mark and subs. If you feel like it, come check me out. And guys, of course, check Markin out. Link's gonna be in the description.
Of course, guys. And thank you for watching, and we'll be back, I'm sure, with another Dual Comm soon.
Perfect.
Hit me.